Now it's the pod that's on for your entertainment, brothers in law and games with no hesitation. Now it's the points, the think, the drink, the drops. You listen to me. Come on, come on, come on. Let's look at this.
We're moving to the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Let's get it on.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the only pro wrestling podcast that doesn't talk about pro wrestling.
What do we talk about?
We talk about headlocks and hangovers. 30 dicks, 30 labias. Cody versus Canada. The last one before we head to Saudi Arabia.
Ooh.
Welcome back to a very special edition of Look at This.
Would you look at this?
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Okay. Look at this.
Oh, look at this.
Look at this motherfucker.
I'm a mark, and I'm totally fucking marking out.
That's goddamn right, man. I'm Ro here with my co-host, the Kel to my Keenan, the Gorilla to my Heenan, the Corey Graves to my... It's Drew, ladies and gentlemen.
Chill.
You know, I can eat a peach for hours.
How are you doing, pal?
Better now to be in your presence, Ro.
Let's do it, man.
We got a big wrestling season ahead of us, and we're jumping in to Rumble season. The road is paved.
Oh, it's paved, and you know they're taking the construction signs
Cones
off.
are slowly coming away.
They're the guys on the back of the truck. You've seen them on the highway, like grabbing it as they go, like, and then you see the lane open
Go
up.
around me.
That's what's going on right now, ladies and gentlemen.
It's open.
And-
The road to WrestleMania.
And plus, you've seen by the title of this episode, it's time for another edition of Think or Drink, isn't that right?
Oh yeah.
Which my liver's saying
Hell no.
too. But anyways, we're back, right? We got a couple things to talk about before we get into the main event. You know, us playing the vintage
Come on, man.
game from us.
My mental state needs Think or Drink.
I know, we're getting there. A couple things to talk about, Drew. We had a couple more of these Raw on Netflixes, you know, these sort of things. Let me find it where I just saw it. You know, because we're obligated, of course, Drew, you know, every time we do play this.
Yeah. Thank you, Netflix.
$5 in our pocket. We've had a couple more episodes of that, didn't we?
Yeah. So we kind of covered the debut that started the year off.
The pilot.
Yeah, season 1, episode 1 of Raw. And now here we are, a few more episodes in.
Yes.
Ro, any change of opinions on, I know you weren't really loving the first episode,
sure.
just kind of a glorified who's who in the wrestling biz.
Yes, of course. If you've not heard our thoughts on the pilot episode, like we said, season 1, episode 1,
Shame on you.
the debut episode of Raw, please go back to our previous episode and check that out. Again, I wasn't a huge fan of it at all, Drew. I kind of went off. Some people said, you know, I got a little upset.
I'm pissed now.
You know?
Yeah, kind of pissing you off.
So, we gave it a couple more tries, a couple more weeks, right? Of course, we had to since we bought it on the debut episode, since we are, of course, marks for
Netflix subscribers. Proud household.
I'm a mark.
Listen, it's the only thing read about this entire household.
Yeah.
You fucking mark.
But yes,
Reason will prevail.
and we did it, you know, we did the whole bit. Let me see, hold on. I don't know if I don't know where I actually put her at. We did the whole Pentagon.
Jamie, can you pull us up?
Can you grab my skull?
I see your Gimp mask. It's sitting over there.
Really?
That's what you're looking for.
Should I grab it? Just for the point I'm trying to make.
If you have zero miedo, you will most certainly grab that thing.
Yes. So we did the whole bit last week. There wasn't time on the debut episode to have Penta El Cerro. What did you dub him, Drew? Which I thought was very proper.
I'm
You
very
don't-
good at this kind of stuff. So what did I dub him, bro? Why don't you remind me? Tell the
You
people at home.
called him, since we ran out of time on debut episode for him. He didn't have time on the show. Penta El Cerro Minuto.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
It was pretty good, and I believe you got some points for that. So, glad to rectify that there. No, yes, we did see on that second episode, we saw the debut of Pentagon, which of course was teased. Even Michael Cole said it was the worst kept secret in the business.
Which is saying something.
Yeah, exactly. Nowadays, for sure. Which one of my, Drew, you can testify, my brother, that Pentagon has been one of my favorite wrestlers in the business for years now. One of the coolest wrestlers, I think, just overall look, move set, such a great style with the luchador sort of mixing with the Japanese strong style and like the old school just brawlerness. I love Pentagon Jr. and I'm glad to see he got a huge reception. If you're not familiar, please check him out. He's gonna be everywhere, man. You're gonna see a lot of those masks, that's for sure.
Yeah, very impressive. Gable's an awesome guy to face him off against. They were the right fit in the ring to really help get him over. And it seemed like the people were already into him, and then it only carried on to week 2. So yeah, hot start for Penta. Looks like he's well on the path to jumping into the high mid card,
Right.
being an instant impact. So I'm happy for him. I'm with you. I think he's probably the coolest looking lucha in the biz right now.
Yeah,
Best
one of
look.
my favorites for sure.
And that's no disrespect to Rey Mysterio because you're a classic. Like they've all kind of taken from you to build this next style. So
Right.
Ray's the OG, so he knows.
But no, dude, I thought Pentagon had a great showing in his debut match. And plus, I mean, we got to talk about the after the match promo.
Yeah.
Homie just went off.
Interesting. I didn't understand any of that, but the English was aight.
Sure.
Do you speak any English?
Yeah, you could say so, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, but
Broken English sounds genuine.
What the hell did you just say?
and you could just, regardless of the language barrier, you could feel the passion behind it. Love Pentagon Jr. Can't wait to see him go off. We also had a couple other events, Drew. We had, another edition of the old school Saturday night's main event.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, not on Sunday, on
Saturday?
so
was it?
just
Wait, when?
Saturday?
not Friday, not Thursday, not,
Saturday?
yes. Well, yes, Saturday.
Saturday? Saturday?
Just so we're all aware, Saturday night's main event, we saw the newest edition. Yeah.
Saturday?
Night's main event. But yeah, man, it was a fun enough show. I don't think it was a big of a deal as the first one they did in early December, which I believe we covered it.
Yeah.
But it was never going to be. I honestly think they brought it back a little too soon, but that was just scheduling for them,
Yeah, it hasn't. It's been years since we saw it, and then all of a sudden we get like what feels like a month.
2 months, yeah.
But just
I'm with
very
you.
short period. Maybe takes a little luster off of it, but it's still WWE on NBC.
Right.
Big deal for them, and they do a fun job of making it look retro and still new. They don't have to tell me that on commentary, though.
Yeah.
They open the show like a nice mix of blend of the
sure.
old and the new.
Definitely.
And I'm like, just show us that. It looks cool. People will like it. You don't have to tell me every little step.
We didn't see an advertised star for that event that was advertised previously that we gave a little bit of shit to last week. Hulk Hogan, of course.
He is absent.
The donkey in the room, if you will.
Mm.
Not mentioned. I released a parody song, I guess you could say. Heel American
Yeah.
by Dick Derringer.
Number 4 on Spotify.
Yeah.
Indie charts right now.
I would. You might hear it in the intro of this, maybe not. It got copyright stricken when I tried to do the full version, but it's one of my favorite parodies I've ever written. So
Weird Al's allowed to take Billie Eilish's songs. We can't take a 50-year-old track
Yeah.
that literally wasn't even Hulk Hogan's music first.
Yeah, I don't.
U.S. Express.
I don't get it at all. You did hear a little bit of a tease of us kind of, writing it, thinking about it out loud, if you will, on last week's episode. But please check that out if you haven't. I worked really hard on it. It's not getting the views I thought it would.
Yeah.
For some reason. I don't know if a lot of Republicans are watching it. That might be a fun segment to do for the Patreon, Drew, just to see the difference of comments between when you shit on Hulk Hogan, between when you shit on AEW, because they're a lot different and some are a lot meaner.
Yeah.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
It's like you're either a huge pussy or you're such a queer. Like, damn.
But either way, check out those
Rock in a hard
parodies.
place.
On TikTok, if you still got it.
Yeah, TikTok, that's a strange one. I can't have it now.
No.
I never had it before, and
I'll plug it now. Yeah, if you're still on it, you still got access to it. Make sure you're following. Look at this pod. I'm still on it. By God, I'm still uploading content on there. So if you still got access to it, then Wei Xiangxing,
No!
I hit that with myself.
Speak any English?
Oh God, Rush Hour movies are streaming on our favorite streaming service, of course. That's going to be on what, Drew?
This one's genuine. Thank you, Netflix.
Yes, check out the Rush Hour trilogy. Watched them all in a day. What a watch! I'm working on a
day.
I'm working on a draft script right now for Rush Hour 4. So
Questions and I need some answers.
But Drew, let's get into the biggest our favorite pay-per-view of every single year. Let's get into Royal Rumble this year. We got to predict some things.
The best piece of business still going in the game.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting, guys, because I know I probably say this whenever we do predictions, which we do mostly for every Big Four pay-per-view. I did say do. Yeah.
I'm living in a nightmare.
God!
But
Absolutely.
yes, we are going to try and predict this goddamn thing, Drew. Let's start off with, of course, if you're not familiar with how we do predictions around here over at Look at This.
Oh, would you look at this?
Of course, for the whole match card, we will each, Drew and I, predict the card. We will each have two of these little special items in our pocket, if you will. We will have, so yes, those two items, special items, if you will, that Drew and I will have in our back pocket for these predictions.
Couple multipliers.
Yes, one will be the lock of the night. This is going to be the match that Drew and I are most confident in. So whatever we think is going to happen for that match, we get double the prediction points for it.
2 times.
Normal matches, of course, are just worth 1 point each. You put your lock on the night on that said match, you get double the points. Other item we have is, of course, everyone's favorite, the
Watch out for this one.
the upset alert. Anybody want some upsets? That's
upsets?
right. So this is going to be a match that maybe isn't your underdog pick of the match card. You can use this and you will, I forget this, you will also get double the points.
Gotta have those double points.
So you also get double the points for that. And if you don't get that wrong, nothing happens, right? I forget.
Yeah. You don't like lose a point.
Yes, that's right. Whatever. Of course. So yes, those are our special items. Drew, let's get in predicting Royal Rumble 2025.
Oh yeah, what do we have? Is there? Correct me if I'm wrong, Ro. Are there only 4 matches at the moment to talk about?
As the time we were recording, yes, we got a total of 4 matches. It's kind of typical of WWE at this point. The long shows, bigger shows. Of course, we got 2 matches here that are hour plus. So a little bit of a gripe or a little bit of a different situation here for them. First match though, I have listed here, Drew. I believe this was just announced as of this most past recent Friday Night SmackDown. We having a 2 out of 3 falls match for the tag team championships. The champions, DIY, the tag team of Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Wrestling Gargano, taking on the team of Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, the newly debuting to WWE, but of course longtime tag team, the Motor City Machine Guns. Drew, why don't I start us off here? 2 out of 3 falls match. We've seen a little bit of this feud so far on SmackDown. Not big SmackDown watchers, Drew and I are.
Too long.
Just to be frank, especially now they moved it up to 3 hours. Drew and I not big SmackDown watchers, especially with Joe Tessitore leading the call over there. So Drew, I'm going to go with retaining the titles here. I'm going to take DIY going over here. 2 out of 3 falls. I think they're going to find some cheeky way to win. Of course, I think they're going to go 1-1 on the first 2 falls, and then I think DIY is going to do something a little heelish, since we've been seeing the heel side of them, and they will retain. Drew, what do you say to this, and why?
I mean, I have to think similar logic. I think I've seen them with somebody in the back kind of trying to create an alliance, find a way to get some extra insurance on the match. So, like I said, something screwy, most likely from DIY.
Yeah.
And I don't really think MCMG has quite got this one 2 out of 3. So, I'm going to go with DIY as well on that one.
Okay, cool.
I think it's got to be.
You writing down your picks?
I write down everything,
okay.
Player.
Cool. I'll write down yours as well. Next matchup here, buddy. In a ladder match, we have the annual Kevin Owens taking on the World Championship, probably losing. Kevin Owens claiming he is the real World Champion after the first Saturday night's main event, where he did drop the package pile driver on Cody after the cameras went off. I do love the story here that they've been building with Kevin, putting him over a lot. But of course, he is taking on, excuse me if I haven't finished this, taking on Cody Rhodes, of course, the reigning, defending, undisputed champion. Ladder match here, of course, the only way to win, take down both of the titles from atop of the ladder. Drew, you're going to go ahead and go first here. Who do you have and why?
I like to pick with my brain, not my heart, because my heart says I'm a big sign guy, so
it'll be hard to see probably from that, but
tune in.
Well, tune in. Go over to YouTube.
Sounds like if you want to know what. No, I'm just kidding. My sign says Cody sucks eggs, because he does.
Nice.
I have to pick Cody to win here. There's no way that he's dropping a belt at this time. Like you said, KO. This is as good as he can do. He's right on that fringe of he's not a champion, but he's an ultimate heel and just smart ass and performer. So probably be a great match. I don't know if I've ever seen either of these men in a ladder match myself.
So we
Cody.
Not to make you feel stupid here, we've definitely seen the Cody's last match was in the ladder match. You remember in AEW against Sammy Guevara?
I don't remember the last week's matches of AEW.
Right, but honest, you don't recognize that where he took the crazy cutter off the bouncing ladder from
I can
Sammy.
picture that highlight.
But not even just a shit on your point with that, but I love Kevin Owens. I think is a great ladder match competitor. We've seen him do it multiple times in Ring of Honor to steal shows there, and then a couple of the WrestleMania ladder matches they've done through the years. I think he's really shined there. Showing he'll just take crazy ass bumps. You know what I mean?
I have seen that. I've seen him in enough stipulation matches, whether it be the one with Roman, or hell,
the one with Roman,
there's
other one with Roman.
I about gave him Sammy's credit, when Johnny Knoxville fought him.
Yes,
but I've definitely seen him take some gnarly bumps before, so I know he goes for it. So we got that as a treat. I get to see Kevin Owens get beat up. Won't quite beat Cody because I'm done with Cody. I'm so ready for next champ. Personally, I've always preferred a heel champ, and I definitely don't love this babyface. But I got to go with Cody, and I got to hit him with that lock.
Yeah, that's probably the smart bet, Drew. There, using your lock of the night. Yeah, but,
Act like you ain't about to do it too.
man, I was honestly, of course, I'm gonna head over to me here with my thinking. I have really much enjoyed the feud. Like I've said, we're not really SmackDown people, although I have enjoyed this feud from what I've seen from it. I think Kevin has been doing great work. But of course, wearing the shirts, making fun of Cody, between the son of a Canadian security technician or whatever. I'll throw up the comparison pictures here.
Sure.
And then even of course the Cody sucks edge. Cody sucks.
Whoa. First of all, don't dead name people.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Holy shit! I can't believe I just did that.
Shut your
I'm
bitch
sorry.
ass up.
No. He is not. Of course.
I got some
sucking
questions
off.
and I need
What
some
did I
answers.
say? Edge. Oh
You said he
God.
sucks edge.
Ah.
Cody sucks edge. Just so the people at home know, I did not write that on my board. I wrote eggs.
Cody sucks edge. Oh man, that's really funny. But no, Cody sucks eggs, of course, giving a really cool reference to Terry Funk there, being in Texas as well.
Being in Texas.
But yeah, Drew, it's hard not to do that. Although we only have, we're going to use 2 of our things on half of the matches here. We only got 4 matches to use it, so we got to use it sparingly. But I can't.
Listen, the format is what it is on this one. Our picks are going to be similar. That's just we only got 4. We only have 8. Well, I guess you have more choices than that, but between 2 of those matches, we're probably going to be lining up.
Well, for the hell of it, Drew, I'm going with a thing I have written down right here. My first gut feeling. I'm taking Kevin Owens as my upset alert. That's right. I think Kevin has done such great work. And I'm picking him just so I can see that title more on television because it's so much prettier than the other one.
Okay. Hold up. I kind of forgot this. They hung both belts.
Yes.
So what do we do if... I guess we would get the same amount of points if they split the belts.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
One gets a hold of one, pulls it down, and the other one's like flipping the ladder out right that second.
Sure. That seems a little bit
contrived.
A
little Cody-ish.
Well, I was thinking
Kinda
it just
Cody.
more defeats the purpose of having the said ladder match to determine the one and only champion. But
Well,
I
then
get you,
why
it's
hang
different.
both belts?
Exactly, I'm with you. So I'm gonna take Kevin though as my upset alert. Of course, maybe not the favorite pick of the night, but yeah, I'm taking Kevin, man.
Well, good luck with that.
Well, good luck with that indeed. I'm gonna need luck on these next 2 matches, Drew.
Hit the bell, Ro. Uh-oh.
No. God bless it. I can't believe you hit me with it. Okay, because whoa, easy. Yeah, it's going off by itself now. Sorry.
He can't press buttons very well. He kind of mashes them. That's what KO fans
the next
type
match,
like.
Drew. We have here is of course the 30 women Royal Rumble match. Man, so many names to pick here.
I always dreamed to square my...
Man, of course, both of these matches, both Rumbles, I think they are very hard picks. Really hard. Especially, I feel like I maybe say this every year, Drew. I think this Rumble's harder to pick. And then, I think it's so hard to pick this year's Rumble.
Well, it's clearly harder than last year's. We had Cody Rhodes last year,
Sure.
and we knew that was coming.
But
ladies, who won that? Liv? No.
lady that won it was Bailey.
Bailey, wait, she won it last year? Yeah.
She won it last
As
year.
the Iron Woman. Huh.
The Iron Woman.
Interesting.
Drew, for this year's
I'm gonna do
Rumble,
great
we
on
got a
Think or
couple
Train.
names that we know are already going to be in this match. One is a huge name that I think maybe they should have saved for the Rumble match itself. And then the other, of course, man, it's so hard to pick here. I'm just going to say it. My winner for the Women's Royal Rumble match 2025 is All Hail the Queen, Charlotte Flair.
Wow. Or should I say...
That's right. I'm going with Charlotte here. She's been teased, had a couple vignettes the past couple weeks, and then, of course, this most recent one declaring for a fact she's going to be in the Rumble, which we all basically saw coming, but it's hard not to pick Charlotte Flair here, Drew. What say you? Who do you have and why?
Well, first, I'm going to just run through this in my mind, because I haven't actually sat down and thought about this, if I'm being honest. We've got Tiffy is one of the champs.
Yes.
Rhea is our other champ, thanks to this past Saturday night main event.
Mm-hmm.
They're both kind of baby faces at the moment.
Sure.
I know technically they both were heels at one point and they're just got over. But so it sounds like it would be a heel to challenge whoever it is. Man, I don't want this to happen, but I think the most logical options, because I'd love, just personal opinion, I'd love for a return, but I want a man to win the Women's Royal Rumble personally and tear the roof off of WrestleMania. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going with Nia Jax, I think.
Wow, what a pick.
Yeah, I think the Giant wins it this year. She'll definitely finish Final 4. Probably Final...
Man, this is a tough one to call, ain't it, brother?
Well, I mean, how many reasonably realistic options do you see? I think there's about probably 4.
That's the number I was getting at as well.
Charlotte, Becky, maybe
Liv.
Bianca again, possibly Liv.
I don't put I don't put Bianca in that right now. How she's been booked this past year?
How she's been booked, it would be unlikely, but she's still one of the few mega overstars that they have the respect that can win that.
Definitely.
So, and they've kind of built a lore that she's good in Rome. You know, I mean, she's had some great success. And, no Rhea in there to stop her, which I think has eliminated her before.
To end out that top 4 debate, I believe that last 4 name is Nia Jax. I would put there as well, so.
Probably. Yeah, nothing against these people I'm about to name, but I don't think Io's winning it.
I don't either. I don't
Dakota
see
Kai, Bailey as a repeat winner. It doesn't seem like it. If I'm missing anyone. I have thought about picking Raquel. She eliminates Liv. There were last 2 and turns on Liv.
Not bad.
But she's not that over. Mm-hmm. And I think it's better served for her to just stay as the enforcer role for right this second.
I agree.
Till the Liv steam completely dies down and you need something for Liv, then you can kind of do the Raquel thing. But what do I know? I didn't see her and Liv her and Rhea splitting up when they did.
Sure.
So
Sure.
Who the hell knows with like you said, kind of a crapshoot. You could literally pick quite a few names out and not sound like an idiot.
It's a tough one, man. So you're going with Nia Jax, huh?
Yeah, cool. I am, and I don't know if that would count as an upset or not, so I'll just save it for my men's.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Sounds good. All right, well, let's move on to the main event, man. The men's Royal Rumble match.
Rumble. They're going to take your face off.
Like we
said. They're going to rumble.
I forgot about that.
They're going to take your face off.
We played that last year, didn't we?
Spirit in my life. Inside my head.
Mana. Ta. Chi.
Can I get a Chi-Hoo? I knew you were going to do it. It's over, you son of a bitch.
Can
I get a Chi-Hoo?
Oh,
I love it. I love it.
God, I hate it. So
that's just the nostalgia speaking.
Yeah. Well, Drew, the 30-man Royal Rumble match, like we said, one of the toughest to call in years. You get to go first in this one, Drew. Who do you have and why for the 2025 men's Royal Rumble match? Oh yeah,
he's a real big dude.
Men's Royal Rumble. It sure to me seems like there are more options that could potentially win this, and it's not that booking wise makes sense.
Yeah,
a lot of directions they can go with this. I can't believe I'm saying this, but right this second, I'm really glad there's 2 titles.
Yeah.
So that whoever wins this, that's one of the matches, but we can still dress up the other situation however we want it. Because depending on who wins it, I don't know if they go after Cody or if they go after don't say it. Why am I blanking? Gunther.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know which matchup I like better for some of these people. Just to throw some names out there, if Roman were to win it, does he immediately just pick Cody again? Yeah. Would people hate that? Or people love that? I don't know. Does he take Gunther's title? Roman Gunther sounds awesome, but, is that just out of nowhere too much?
Sure.
Speaking out of nowhere, could the Viper return?
A return
Number
Randy
30?
Orton? Yeah, possibly.
No, I am leaning towards two names that I think have the best chance. One is completely for like a nostalgia tour 2025. And the other, I think, is who's going to win it. Cuts the best promos in the biz, puts on great matches still. I'm sure he's probably already won it. You could help me out with that. Maybe twice even? Just once?
I don't think. No,
Never? CM Punk.
Never won the Royal Rumble.
Never won one. I think that they would have had a tough call if he had stayed healthy last year of whether, can we just book Cody Roman anyways and then CM Punk's on the other one against, what would that have been back then, Seth or Damian?
Seth, I believe, had the belt. Yeah.
That sounds like that might have been the match last year. So I personally am leaning towards CM Punk coming through with the Rumble win. And the only reason I don't like Cena as well as I do Punk is that promo that Cena cut where it kind of, I don't have any chance. I'm not, it's been 2,000 days since my last match, let alone my last championship match, blah, blah, blah. And then he kind of ran you through some scenarios there, bro. He was, maybe I can enter the Rumble. And then these were the ones that kind of added up to me more. Maybe I can enter the Elimination Chamber. Maybe I don't see him winning Money in the Bank, but I like his title shot if he's going to get one on this tour a little later down the road. Don't know if it's WrestleMania. I think him at WrestleMania, you do more of a, let's call it a novelty match. It's Cena fighting someone that he'll win.
Sure.
Yes, so I'm going Punk for this, and I guess technically that'd be my upset.
Yeah, that counts. I mean, it's a goddamn Royal Rumble, man. It doesn't get more, 1 in 30.
I mean, yeah, it's not.
You know what I mean?
That's.
Definitely.
I'm sure he's plus odds, which we will review after we're done.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Pull up.
Over to me now for the men's Royal Rumble match. Drew, I'm bouncing around a couple names here too. I really like Punk as the winner. It's really hard not to choose him, to be honest with you. Again, such a tough field, loaded Royal Rumble between Roman, between Cena, between Punk, between Rollins, between Drew. I think Drew is a quiet dark horse for this Royal Rumble. I'm not going to pick him, but I do think he'll be in the final four, which we can predict after this, Drew, the final four of the men's Rumble. My pick, though, I'm going to go with it just since I'm going to have to use my lock of the night on this one. And I might not necessarily agree with this choice booking wise, in the long run.
Yeah.
But I'm going with my first thought here. I think John Cena is winning this Royal Rumble.
Okay. Okay.
And I am using my lock of the night for that.
Gung.
Yeah, again, I don't really agree with that decision personally, but yeah, John Cena winning it, that's a big moment and it's huge. Although, like I said, there's so many names, like you said, a returning Randy Orton. I see him coming in that number 30 spot. Very great call there. But yeah, man, Punk or Cena, I think that's the one. I think it's either of those two. Let's go ahead and predict the final four, though, Drew, if you want to, for the men's Royal Rumble. I'll go ahead and go here first. So I think the final four, of course, is going to be John Cena, who I have winning. I will say CM Punk will be in there as well. Writing it down here.
No doubt.
I'll say Seth Rollins. And Drew McIntyre. That's my final four.
Okay.
Yeah, I have Roman getting dumped out earlier. Before that. Possibly by like an involvement of a Bloodline member, coming out that's not even in the match.
I like it, yeah.
Does the whole Rumble, cliche where the person that's already eliminated eliminates a guy in the match. So
I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the
that's
Cena
a drink.
Right, yeah, which we'll get into that as well. Cena, Punk,
Stay
Seth,
tuned.
Drew, final four. Drew, what's your final four?
I got some similar names. Obviously, for mine, Punk
Right.
is going to be a final four when he wins it. I like Seth in there for that rivalry.
Yeah.
So I think Seth definitely has to be in there. I like Braun Breaker to get a Final Four spot this year. I think this is the next time for him to get that next little push. The Rumble push is always something that you can turn back to. Oh, what a showing it was this past January, so.
Possibly the Iron Man this year.
Possibly the Iron Man this year. I could see that. And then my fourth guy in the Final Four, Brock Lesnar. What a Final Four it'll be.
It's real good, man. What an interesting Royal Rumble we have here, man.
Could very well be. Let's hope they don't find a way to dud it up.
Fuck it all up, yeah. I agree. Well, Drew, do you have the betting odds?
I have pulled up a couple. Okay. I have an article, so I wanted to look and see if this is updated with the most recent odds that I'm seeing. But I am seeing John Cena as the odds-on favorite on most sites that I'm going to, hovering around a minus 200 right now, which is no guarantee yet. We'll see if that number jumps a ton in the next week. And that's if we were watching that, like, it's usually a bit of an indicator.
Yeah.
Like somewhat, like by the day of, if you go and check the odds, you might even be spoiled. Not necessarily. We've seen it. I mean, I actually, that's another article I found that I wanted to discuss with you, Ro. But first, let's get through just some of these odds.
Let's do it.
First off, we've got John Cena as the odds-on favorite.
Okay, for the men's Royal Rumble match, yes.
CM Punk next at plus 240.
Man, it's a fucking pick'em, bro, between those two, I think. So I think we're on the right track.
I think any of these top 6 names could win it. So
yeah.
Actually, I'll take that back. Any of these top 8 that I'm about to say could win it.
Okay.
We've got next up The Rock at plus 400. Neither of us even mentioned. Which, not that we weren't thinking of him. Just maybe, I don't know about you, Ro. I can't speak for you. Just not the moment for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Rock Cody doesn't feel that big yet, which obviously they'd have 2 months to make it that big, but maybe even a full 3.
I'll get into my thoughts on The Rock in the next segment we have here, but yes, go ahead.
Next up at plus 675, we have our tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
Man, isn't it crazy seeing that number next to Roman Reigns?
I would love if he won it. Like, I don't think the audience would love it. It'd be polarizing.
With me, it would be, but I don't know, man. This is a tough Rumble, bro. I'm getting excited.
Next up, Seth freaking Rollins at plus 850.
Wow.
Followed by Jey Uso. This is where the numbers start to jump a little higher.
Didn't mention
We're
Jey
at plus
Uso
2,000 for Jey Uso.
Which very well could be a Final Four spot. Easily sneak in there.
I'm shocked. I don't know why. If I'm being completely honest, Brock is kind of a fun pipe dream, but that could very well be Jey there. I like that as well.
Yeah. It's a good switch up.
After that, we are into the plus 2,000s and beyond. We've got Randy Orton as the 7th odds-on favorite. Drew McIntyre, both of those about plus 2,800.
Yeah.
Then we go to Rey Mysterio. Then my boy comes up, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I knew he was not far along there. So
yeah. And if you're feeling crazy, Cody Rhodes plus 4,000.
Wow. Okay.
He loses earlier in the night and decides he's back, baby. 3-peat. Have we seen a 3-peat before?
I don't think
no.
3 in a row. No.
Never 3 in a row, right?
Stay tuned for Think or Drink. Maybe
wow.
That's a trivia question.
Wow, man.
But yeah, man. What's the women's odds? But yeah, dude, let's check out the women's odds, huh? Let's do it.
All right, Ro. So for the ladies' Royal Rumble odds,
ladies,
we're talking about Charlotte Flair is even money at just plus 100. So that's our odds-on favorite. Charlotte at 4-1, which
by the way, not to cut you off, I wonder
that.
how much that has changed since we've seen her being announced for this Rumble.
It has to have jumped a decent bit to see even a vignette. It's funny how it works like that. Like that you can literally see what they were doing, so that's part of the game.
Exactly. Well,
Io Sky coming in at the second best, second favorite.
Get the fuck out of here, really.
As of right now, which we've seen no promo.
That's crazy.
We've seen no good matches to build up. I can't buy that personally, just off what we've seen. Now again, don't watch much SmackDown. Too long. But crazy. Next up, you got the Man at 9-2 odds, so that's about plus 450.
So, yeah, that makes there we go. Sounds about right now.
Now after that, Bianca Belair as the 4th favorite at 7-1 odds, which is plus 700.
She's on her own.
The jump after that is insane, Ro. I don't think you're prepared to hear these numbers.
So then you got Naomi probably and Nia next, right?
Next up, I have Jade Cargill at plus 1,200.
A Storm.
Ahead of Liv Morgan at plus 2,000.
Interesting.
To win a Royal Rumble.
I'm putting money on Liv.
You just keep listening then, because after that, and a returning Alexa Bliss possibly at plus 2,800. Ahead of my girl Nia Jax at plus 3,300.
She hurts most girls.
That's a $20 bet would win you like $600 if she won.
Yeah, know what that means.
That's crazy. With the same odds as Naomi and Raquel and Tiffany and Rhea.
Yeah.
Roxanne Perez coming in after that at plus 4,000, same as Asuka.
Okay.
And then you get to Bailey, our current,
reigning Rumble winner.
Today, Junior. Bailey's plus 5,000.
Yeah.
Jordan Grace is plus 5,000.
There we go. Well,
that's crazy.
Exactly. Those are. It's always interesting every year to see where, at least the internet's thinking. Where Vegas is thinking who's going to win.
So, Ro, I was able to find somebody has collated stats on the odds of the Rumble winners for the past 10 years.
Royal Rumble by the numbers. It's one of my favorite things they do every year. You say you're saying
I've got
you
a gambling version of it. I do.
Okay, I love it, man.
So let's go back to 2013 first.
I like to eat.
John Cena wins the Royal Rumble. He was a minus 175 odds when it closed.
Wow.
So not a huge favorite.
And this
There's
was
some money to be made.
Sorry, say it one more time.
2013.
Okay.
Next up, Batista won it as a minus 210 favorite.
Returned a couple of years. Yes, that's the famous Batista. Yes. Throwing out Roman Reigns, who was the favorite.
Belly Bootin tattoo. Sorry. Cut that. Roman Reigns won it as a minus 165 odds. Triple H, the first one we've seen in the past 10 years at plus odds, won it at plus 110.
Yeah, that was a big surprise for the title as well.
Randy Orton, plus odds, plus 105. Followed by Shinsuke at just even money.
Interesting. Okay. Because I remember him kind of being, a surprise, like fan win,
And all of those men that I just listed were the favorite to win.
Right.
Every single one, just to make that clear. Just even if the odds were different, they were the favorite. Next up, 2020 is the first year out of the past 10 that we've seen, not the favorite one. Wow. Drew McIntyre was the third favorite behind Brock and Roman that year. He won it at plus 500 odds.
So interesting. I don't remember that at all. I thought Drew had the rocket strapped to him, and it was obvious he was winning. At least
it's a shame we didn't. Yeah. Next up, the next year, super surprise as well. Plus 650 winning the Rumble with Edge. He was the fourth favorite behind Brock, Keith Lee, and Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, I do. You remember? I remember that famous.
I most certainly do.
The one I was furious at.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think I wanted Bryan, right? That one.
I think you did. Yeah, you thought it was his.
For sure, that's it. I bet on that too. I'm pretty sure.
The next year we did well. That's the year we nailed both Rumbles with some betting. Brock Lesnar won it as he was the favorite by the time it closed, but it's still plus 300.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah, that's great. I mean, yeah, exactly. Just look at that. Wow. So interesting. Sorry, go.
This is about to blow your mind. The next one's not going to. Cody Rhodes wins as the favorite, minus 125.
Yeah.
But then just last year, Cody was the third favorite at plus 250.
Wow. Behind.
Just guessing off the top of my head, I mean, Drew and
Gunther, maybe.
Gunther, probably.
Yeah.
Yep. I bet you those were them.
Damn. Crazy. Wow. Okay.
And then you go to the ladies. It is. I want to make sure I nail this right. We had Asuka win as the favorite. Becky win as the second favorite. Charlotte third favorite at plus 500 the year that Shayna was the huge favorite.
Okay.
Bianca was the favorite. Then Ronda was the favorite the year we picked that.
Right.
Minus 125. Rhea was just even money, and then last year Bailey was as low as minus 220. So they were confident in that one. We talked about that one as well.
That. Yeah. Wow. Very interesting stats. Yeah, Drew. I'm glad you found that.
Crazy.
Very interesting.
Britt Baker's plus 6,600 right now. If you're interested.
Ooh.
So yeah, Ro, those were just kind of a comparison of the previous year's odds as to who won it. So most of the time they've got it figured out. As you heard, most of the times the winner was the favorite in Vegas.
Right.
But you catch them slipping. I mean, plus 650 on wrestling. So we talked about before. We got Brock Lesnar at plus 300, and we were pretty confident. He was in the championship fight earlier that night, and we still were just like, oh yeah, it's happening.
Yeah,
especially once he lost, we were like, oh,
it's one
30.
It's one of the craziest predictions we've ever done.
Nailing both for money felt really cool. I'll admit.
Very.
We made $400 to watch the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Which yeah.
Which, folks, we do not recommend irresponsible wrestling gambling. We throw they don't even let you throw a lot of money on it. We're talking $20 here.
Yeah.
Maybe $40 here or something. I don't think you can bet more than 100. So you're not going broke over this.
Well, yeah, we
but
were
with
definitely...
Nia Jax, I will spend every dollar I can.
Oh God, that's hilarious.
I love it.
But anyways, Drew, let's do. Of course, we do this a lot for every big pay-per-view. I got a list of names here where I will just run them by Drew, and he'll just tell me whether they're going to show up at the event or not.
Do they? Don't they?
Simple
Will they?
enough,
Won't
right?
they? I love it.
And of course, if you've paid attention to some of the times we've done this before, a couple of the names are already booked for the show. Usually
a lot of our big ones will be there this time.
So, of course, our always big one, Drew, will The Rock be at this year's Royal Rumble event?
I will be shocked if he's not in it.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
The Rock's ass!
It feels like either way to build his story this year, either he wins the Rumble, which I don't see, or he gets eliminated by somebody and it pisses him off. Final boss comes back.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know. His last interaction on that first Raw was weird.
Mm-hmm.
And
Very weird.
not what I want out of my Rock right now. So.
Yeah, I feel like I buried The Rock heavy last episode.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you were right about the NXT stuff. I can't take that from you, Ocho. Or Cinco. Cut that. We're going to get sued.
I do think Rock I will say this. I do think Rock showing up and winning this Royal Rumble match will jumpstart a feud that a lot of people, including myself, thought was dead.
And it would have some heat to it.
Especially if he does the whole thing. Let's say it's number 30.
Mm-hmm.
30 comes out and it's a fan.
He'll get booed.
And
it's 30.
Yeah, well, for sure. And
they'll go crazy and then boo.
Well, the thing in my head, it's number 30. We have a fan favorite, whether that's a Jey Uso spot or not. And The Rock comes out during his entrance, beats him down, and as the final boss, puts himself into the match instead of the favorite babyface, and then wins it. Kind of a Brock Lesnar sort of booking angle, if you will, like how Brock won the Money in the Bank a couple years ago, just showed up and won it.
Yeah.
Even if you want to do I would absolutely hate this, and I'm not advising them doing this at all. So Hunter, if you're listening, by God, I don't find this funny. We see, number 30 has already been out. All of a sudden, we think that's the last person. All of a sudden, the timer starts up again. Commentators are selling it. What? Sorry, I think we're messing up here, guys. All 30 have already been out, and then Rock's music comes out, microphone in hand. The final boss doesn't give a fuck what you think. That's showing crazy. Up into it's now 31 men because I am The Rock, and it doesn't matter what you think.
Are you crazy? If they end up doing a 30, he will be the ultimate heel at that point.
Especially to people like me, who's booking it, getting mad. But anyways, your next name. But you're saying
Rock. Yes, we see Rock.
Next name, Ricky Starks.
I don't know his situation. I feel like we would have already heard something in the rumblings.
He was there last year.
I know. I'm going to go with no on this one because you can't put a little Dwayne out there if you're going to get the big Dwayne energy.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Unless he beats up Ricky Starks to take his spot.
Number 30. There we go. We booked it. Next name, Drew Becky Lynch.
The odds are in her favor to be there, it seems like. So,
sure.
But we've seen that in the past, too. We've been tricked by that little red herring. you see somebody in the odds who could be a return and they're just not back yet ready.
Yeah.
I think we might have saw it last year with
I think Alexa was even
somebody,
back,
and they were about fourth favorite and they weren't even in it. So I'm going to go with, man, if I say yes, I want her to win.
I know, right? I mean, yeah.
But I hope she comes back in good shape, stronger this year. So I'm going to go with no. I don't think we get Becky in the Rumble.
Well, speaking of getting Trick, Drew, next name, Trick Williams.
Yeah, Trick. You want to hear a little prediction from me?
Go.
I got you. Entrant number 1, Carmelo Hayes. Or entrant number 2, Trick Williams.
I like it. Yeah, 1 and 2.
You get to whoop that Trick at the Rumble to really tell people like, yo, this NXT guy is over.
Sure. I like that a lot. Next name, I RVD.
It's funny. I absolutely think he's going to be in the Rumble, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I think he's going to be in the Rumble. Okay. One of the legend spots.
Stephanie Vacker.
I hope so. I hadn't really thought about it because last year we saw so few of NXT call-ups for the Rumble on the women's side. It was more legends, and legends is I'm using that very loosely because I don't know if Dana Brooke and Mickey. Nothing against. Okay, Mickey James is one. I'm not gonna do that. But,
well, we'll just be honest. The women's match is always harder to fill than the men's.
Yeah, but not if you use your 20 over women from NXT and pick 4 of them to get a spot. So
of course,
it kind of grinded my gears a little bit last year. But I'm gonna go with. I think Stephanie could be one of them. Yes.
Okay. Next name I have here. You know, they just announced a partnership. There's a couple people that is in TNA that have been in WWE before. Does either of the Hardy Boys show up?
It has to be no.
No. Okay.
If you're gonna, in my opinion, if you're gonna bring back the Hardy Boys, you bring back the Hardy Boys as a tag team.
Sure.
Let them get involved with machine guns.
Maybe they show up and face off with the winner of the 2 out of 3 falls match. Sure.
Something like that.
Next name, I believe he's also contracted to TNA, Matt Cardona. Zach, formerly known as Zack Ryder.
I could see it, yes.
Chelsea Green's husband. It's been rumored for, I think, the past 2 years. This guy's been wanting to come back. Matthew Cardona? No, I don't think so.
The little Stephen Bennett I sent you?
No, yeah.
Okay.
I'll
root for him.
Last couple names here I have Obafemi, current NXT World Champion.
I hope not. No. As much as I'd love to see him in it, I don't think he needs an elimination. Yeah, even if they would have to give him like 12 eliminations for me to be like, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with no. I think out of the NXT men, I'll ask you a couple actually, I guess, if you don't get to them, but yeah.
I think that's the last NXT men's name I have, but speaking of just champions at NXT, the women's champion, Julia.
Yes, that's one of the other ones that I do think we see personally.
All right, and then the last name I have written down here, Drew, I believe in Joe Hendry.
I think we see Joe Hendry, of course, and he could be a first entrant, possibly, if they don't go that go that route that we were talking, that I possibly mentioned. I could see Joe Hendry as either the first or second name.
Number 1, I love that a lot.
Definitely. I got a couple names for you. Do we see Matt Riddle?
No.
Zilla Fatu.
Do we see him on like television getting arrested or something? What do you mean?
They accidentally air one of his old commercials, the cricket commercials?
Yeah.
Okay, no. Zilla Fatu.
No. I think he's already getting paid by the company, but no, I don't think we see him there.
Okay. Ethan Page.
No, just no, because if I'm picking 4 people from NXT I want in the Rumble, Ethan Page is not one of them.
Sure, fair enough.
I hate just to say no to every single one so far, but
no, that's fine. Rikishi.
Yes.
We do see Rikishi.
With Jay and Jimmy. And we get the 25-year reunion of the spot we covered last year with Rikishi doing the Too Cool dance with his sons in the ring.
I'm okay with it. Book it. I thought I had one more. I've kind of lost my place on that one. I just spitballing them. Oh, I had one more. There's another AEW person. Oh, Ray Phoenix.
Great shout.
Brother
It would be amazing, especially if Penta's already in the ring, and you get the holy shit. What are you doing here, dude?
Yeah.
I love it. Yes.
Ray, possibly. Okay.
It's
I think those are the names that I had.
Con, so.
I can't think of anything. Goldberg. Do you think we see Goldberg?
No, just because Gunther's not in the match. If Gunther was in the Royal Rumble match, I would say yes.
Okay.
But no.
Hell yeah.
Good calls, though.
I've got good calls.
You've got good calls indeed, my friend.
He's got good calls.
But all right, dude, let's get into our drinking game that we do every year for the Royal Rumble. It's arguably the pay-per-view we get the most fucked up at, and we'll go through the reasons why. Drew, I believe you have it pulled up there. Of course, every pay-per-view that we do a drinking game for, it's kind of just the classic ones we have here. Every heel turn, face turn, that's a drink, as we like to call it. I should get this as a sound drop. Gug.
That's a gug. Gug.
A gug. So heel turn, face turn, of course, drink. If we see a debut, return, that would be a gug. NXT call up, I believe, is also in that area of that.
Yes, these are on the take a drink.
Take a drink, yes.
Not a finish,
so of course,
not a take a shot.
A lot of those
crazy
NXT names that we like to see in Royal Rumbles, if you see them, take a drink. And then, of course, our favorite Royal Rumbles ones. I think that's all the basic ones, right, Drew? Or maybe, I'm sorry, you should just read them.
No, you're fine. We've got it absolutely pulled up right here.
Yes, we do.
Ladies and gentlemen, take a drink every time you see these things, hear these things. These things happen in wrestling. As my friend Ro already mentioned, any sort of turn, babyface or heel, a turn, a debut or NXT call-up or legend return.
Sure.
Any of those things. Gug. Every time a wrestler does a nice point to the WrestleMania sign, you got to take a drink.
Actually, Drew, we'll put it right here. This is the WrestleMania.
You gonna edit that in?
Every time someone does one of the, the classic WrestleMania point to the WrestleMania sign,
point at that guy.
We'll put it up. That's a big drink. They do it a lot. Punk did it before the sign was up.
Yeah, he was pointing at nothing.
If you've been playing along the past month.
We were like, gug.
But anyways, yes, of course, the point to the WrestleMania sign.
Gotta have the point. It's a very important one. We have a few where the announcers make a call. So you'll hear some of these words, obviously. They gotta go over the top rope.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Of course, every wrestling show,
that's a given.
Any show you watch in general, if you hear the following phrase,
look at this.
That would be a drink.
I was saving it for the main event because that's obviously the biggest
right
deal.
There.
You want to get on board here? You're gonna ruin another take.
Hey, you want to get on the train here, or you want to ruin another take?
On the train.
Anyways, let's go here.
And then I freaked it. Okay, so if you hear the announcers say, "Look at this,"
of course,
which they will, over the top rope. And then the next commentator usually is the one who comes in to sweep in for a little cleanup here on both feet hitting the floor.
Boom.
And of course, the classic when you see some teammates in there. Well, it is every man for themselves. Gotta have that one.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, you'll see it. We've got a few rules for where we have to finish your drink if this happens. So it's a little bit more of a multiplier here.
I remember some of these.
The Kofi spot.
Kofi.
Should we include Naomi in that now, or?
Sure. Kofi /
Naomi spot, and that entails a close to elimination, and then some sort of miraculous way of getting back to the ring. If you're familiar with wrestling, Kofi's done it for years. Lots of different varieties of ways.
And which I've told you off air, I think this year is going to be an extra special Kofi spot because we see him as a heel for the first time doing a Kofi spot. So
people be booing it, hoping he fails. Yeah, it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Go ahead.
We also have a finish your drink if someone breaks a record. So, for example, that was the shortest amount of time ever in the ring, or this is now the longest Iron Man record we've had, This is the most eliminations by one person in Rumble history. You get some history, you finish your fucking drink.
Yeah.
Next up, if a tag team breaks up or turns on each other. Yeah.
It happens a lot. You know, it's what the first level of the drinking game is, right? It's every
Pretty much,
man
yeah.
for himself.
Jordan Shrug on that one.
Gug.
Gotta do what you gotta do. It's for the it's for a shot at the chip.
And that's a finish your drink, correct?
It is. And then the next one is more for a personal. You obviously have to make a choice from this one. You got to pick somebody, but if your pick gets eliminated,
so yes,
go ahead and finish your drink.
So a Punk and or Cena in our instance.
Yes, which, I mean, somebody's finishing a drink at some point.
Exactly, yeah, between us. And then, of course, the dreaded ones, Drew, right?
This is a little crazy, bro.
So, yeah, we do it different every year for the take a shots. This is usually where a person that will come back. So this is I have a couple names listed here, Drew.
Yeah.
For excuse me, for our drinking game to take a shot if they return. Of course, if we see any of these people, that would be one of these. That's a shot.
Mm-hmm.
If we see Dwayne The Rock Johnson. If we see The Rock's ass, I think we got a lot more to worry about than taking shots. But
he's probably on a little Terramana himself.
Indeed, maybe he's drinking and driving some more.
Oof.
Second name here I have, Drew. I meant to bring it up the last time, but if Bad Bunny enters into the Royal Rumble, that is a shot ski.
Yeah, that's little tequila down the drain for sure.
Indeed. And of course, if the man returns, we got to take a shot of the old Irish whiskey. Indeed.
Proper, something proper.
Another name we mentioned before, Ricky Starks. If the Revolution will be televised and let's just say our livers will be euthanized after that if Ricky Starks returns. And then the final name here I have, Drew, again, meant to bring him up the last round, Malachi Black, artist formerly known as Aleister
So
Black.
Aleister.
Although I prefer Malachi to Aleister. I think we've talked about this, right?
Yeah, I think it's a cooler name too.
I think Malachi's cooler. So, yeah, Aleister Black.
Malisky.
Malister.
Malisky back.
Malisky's
back.
Malisky's black. Yay.
Yay.
We got there. Not Sunday, it's Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen,
bing, bing, bing.
That is the famous look at this
Saturday
drinking game. Look at
this. Now, to anyone out there who might not be several shots, desired on a Saturday.
Saturday?
Just to be fair, a little disclosure, some of those names are going to be there. So that list is a little deadly this year. So play the game how you want. We're not here to get you alcohol poisoning or anything, but yeah, that's some of those could be shots, which we will be doing in this household. But,
yeah.
Hey, you do you. Maybe that's a chance for you to quit being such a little pussy and just put it back.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm sipping on an orange straw. Test my gangster.
I know you are, but what am I?
Alrighty, dude. Let's get into the fucking main event. It's been a while since we've done one of these. Let's get into the second annual Royal Stumble edition of our vintage and world famous game. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Think or Drink.
Everybody in the club get tipsy.
You know, it's that of course, if you are not familiar with this game, it's one of our favorites. It's very simple. Drew and I will just we'll take turns each asking each other 5 questions. They're usually themed. Of course, this time it is going to be Royal Rumble season, so it's Royal Rumble themed. We each have 5 questions that are themed in that category.
Yeah,
it's very simple. The person asking the question, if the person gets the question wrong, what happens, Drew?
You gotta gug. You gotta drink.
Oh, yeah, that is goddamn right, dude.
You gonna be a stupid Mark and not know everything about wrestling? Drink.
But on the flip side, if the person who's asking the question, if the person gets it right, if they get it correct, that means you gotta drink it, my friend. You gotta drink a Shotsky, right?
Reverse card on that one.
Of course, man. It's one of our favorite games. We've done multiple volumes of this. Please go back and check all of them out. Of course, this year, though, if you tuned in last episode, this one's a little more special. You want to know why, Drew?
You got to tell me.
Because I am a heel American, which means I bought the worst product known to man.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're not over on the YouTube
brother.
checking it out right now, that means you got to. That means I got a fresh 12-pack here of Hulk Hogan's Real American Beer. And I think it would
Did you have
be...
it shipped here?
Yeah.
The hell?
And they're cold as well, Drew. We're going to do a live taste test here on the air for the podcast, and we will be playing along with the Real American Beer.
America's at its best.
What do you got to say about that, dog?
And if there's one thing we can all agree on, it's the simple pleasure of sharing a beer. That's why we started Real American Beer. To bring people together.
And if you're asking yourself, did you really went out and buy a 12-pack just for a segment on a podcast?
You fucking mark!
You're right.
No, he didn't. He fucking ordered it. He got it. He asked somebody to ship it to him. He said, hey, honky.
That sounds like freedom to me if I've ever heard it, Drew. Why don't, before we get into the annual
Looks
Royal
like the Iron
Stumble
Maiden
edition,
guy on there.
It's not good. Yeah,
Trooper or whatever.
I'm not looking forward to this. And I'm gonna be honest. The guy that I bought this from at the beer store, he looked at me weird. I tried to explain to him that I'm buying it for a bit, and I don't think he believed me. He just said I'm gonna be in it for a surprise. Not
bit
quite
of a rally.
Not quite sure what that means. And he was also a POC, so I felt even worse. Drew, why don't we cheers her and feel like real Americans here and try it live for you? Look at this podcast.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Well,
it's delicious. It's just not very cold.
It's not very cold. No, I had to keep it behind the desk.
Had
here
to hide it from your co-host
for the setup.
He popped me with it. I didn't know that was coming.
You got to blame the producers for it not being cold.
Jamie, can you ice this down for us?
Can we get a couple of tall glasses?
Thank you,
we'll put that just right
Frosted
there.
mug, perhaps, with an umbrella?
Hulk Hogan, if you do want to reach out to us, I will be answering your emails. Just go to lookathispod@gmail.com, and yeah.
Yeah, you're a real piece of shit, and I'll tell you that. But at the same time, if you want to come on my podcast, you absolutely can come on my podcast. So
sure,
anytime, set it up. I'm talking to you, Hogan.
Yes, we do have the Real American Beer, but it's not a think or drink, of course, if we don't start it off with a shot.
It is kind of delicious, actually, though. I'm not even going to lie. This isn't that bad. It tastes like
a Natty
Budweiser.
Light. Yeah, it tastes like a Natty Light.
Oh, Natty Light. It's got way more flavor in that.
I poured you a way bigger shot than me.
I'm not hating that, actually. It's maybe it'll...
And of
I get
course,
like Bush. I get Bush off this.
It's very bushy.
This is Bush.
It's Bush,
which I like Bush.
Which I think Hogan did
it's
too.
Grass
right?
on the infield.
Yeah.
I didn't vote for Bush.
Let's just say,
yeah,
Hogan would prefer Bush to Obama. So,
yeah. I wasn't voting yet.
We'll give some points for us there. Of course, I don't know how I feel about this. I think it's really funny if Sheiky's drinking a Real American Beer, so I'm just gonna put him right there. Oh, that's really funny.
Give me the other sheet.
Well, I can't believe I haven't grabbed this yet. Only the second visual aid we've done, but usually I'm holding on the Sheiky the whole episode. But anyways, Drew,
what are you, fucking 6? What do you mean you're holding onto your toy the whole time?
Yeah.
What?
But yes, dude, let's do our inaugural. Let's do our, vintage shot before. Look at this, our think or drink game. One of the favorites, of course, like I said, I'm trying to. I don't think I mentioned yet
Found
for
this chair on the street.
audio listeners. I think we officially have video now, guys. Our producer figured it out, so we got it up over there, full of videos available on YouTube. So please go ahead and check that out. We work hard over there on that, so we appreciate it if you go over there and subscribe to us on the YouTube.
It would mean a lot.
And it would mean a lot if we take this think or drink shot. Of course, Royal Stumble edition.
Are you drunk? Everybody in the club get tipsy.
Wash it down
What was
with some
that?
Real American buffers.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, it's pretty smooth.
Let's get into think or drink, man. It's been a while. It feels good.
Everybody in the club get tipsy.
Look at this think or drink. That's right.
They
Let's
can have yeet. We got something better. Whoa.
let's go ahead, man. Of course, how we always decide who goes first in our games around here.
As is tradition.
What do we play, Drew?
Let's have another round of
Spin
that
vape juice. Where I think this is the first one we have a visual aid for, where we just take a vape juice bottle. And
Yeah,
we
people
spin
probably
it.
thought we were lying.
Yeah. Well, you'll see it live.
Closest to the pin wins.
Oh, it's going towards me, so I guess I will choose.
Master Cinco gets to pick.
Drew,
First or second.
I will answer questions first.
He wants to answer first. And for anyone who hasn't caught a lovely edition of Think or Drink, I'm about to run him through 5 questions. If he's able to get it right, then what a thinker he is. That means I got a drink. If he gets it wrong, guess what? Gug, gug, gug.
One more shot for us. Another
That boy drinking. All right, Rose. So I have scrubbed through my databases and come up with 9 possible think or drink questions for you. So you have some options. Would you like to start off by picking 1 through 9? Where are you starting?
Man,
for life.
give me 4. 4 life.
For life.
Absolutely.
All right, Ro. We're going to start off with what I consider kind of a tough one, but there is some good news at the end of the tunnel there. A little light. It is true or false? True or false? There are still 9 entrance numbers that have yet to win the Royal Rumble.
I'll say just since it's a specific, it's true.
Well, damn.
Boom!
I didn't know if you'd be intimidated by that number or not, or if you'd think I would just instantly make up one off from it.
You would
It's
be
kind of a
very
mind
dirty
game.
if you did that.
It's kind of a mind game. It is. It is true. The numbers 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12, 20, 21, and 26 have all yet to produce a winner from those
Interesting.
spots.
Wow.
So, could this be the year one of those takes it? We shall see.
It could be.
We're all
My God.
we're all somewhat familiar with the numbers that have won the most and stuff. So I was kind of going for maybe I thought I could trip them up, but unfortunately, not the case today, my friend.
You got your. Sorry, I just don't want
You're
to reach
good.
it and fuck it up there. But of course, the rules mean Drew has to now take a shot. And now, I'll say it again. If you're not over on the YouTube watching this, you can actually see us get fucked up.
Yeah, this particular episode, there's no kayfabe.
No, all the other volumes have just been audio. So
We were snorting coke every time we got one wrong.
Yeah, you have no idea. We were going a lot crazier.
Really cleaned up our act. Sitting over here with our arms fucking tied off.
Yeah, by the way, I know.
That's what he's got.
I should have mentioned. No, I was not in a match with John Moxley. Yeah.
He's covering up his tracks over there.
From our last thing,
Anyways, this one's to you, John Moxley. I'll play a passage of your book later. I might end with a passage. I am all that is man.
Of course, we are playing Think or Drink, not everyone's favorite,
Ooh.
tack or track, right?
Tack or track's pretty good.
Tact, T-A-C-T. That means like smart, right?
This guy's good.
Saturday.
I don't know if he's right, but this guy's good. He's got me on the hook.
Oh, give me some.
Lovely.
Let's go over then.
Tact or tract.
Second question, Drew.
Give yourself more points for that. I like that. I come from a bad neighborhood where junkies are just everywhere. Lovely job there, Ro. You snuffed right. Snuffed? We snuffed right
I don't
through
know.
that. You sniffed right through that question and saw my bullshit on the other side.
Tony Condit, yeah.
Yep. 1 through 9, but obviously not 4. Would you like to pick your next demise?
Well, I'm not going to be doing this for you. I hope you know that.
That's perfectly fine.
It's just, I like the spin on it.
I mean, I can pick 1 through 5.
Just letting you know. No.
I get the order.
I will take question 1. What's the first one you got written down, brother?
Okay. First question that I came up with today.
Second question for me.
Second question of the game. Who holds the record for most Royal Rumble runner-ups? Oh.
I like this question. And to be honest, I was expecting multiple choice. Just
think it deserves it?
No.
A little too tricky?
It is tricky, but let's think about this for a second.
Bis zum Hauptkonstitution der Boss.
Yeah, bro. First name that I'll just work this out loud. First name that jumps out at me is Triple H. I don't know why. Although another name jumping out to me is Kane. And a third is Big Show. So I'm going. I do have that. Yeah, I forgot. I do have not what. I do think it's between Kane or Big Show. So I'm going to go with. I know for a fact. So I know at least one of 2000 was Big Show's famous not win. With The Rock. And then Kane, I know is. So I'm going to answer Kane as my final answer.
Okay.
The big red machine.
First, let me just ask this before I reveal the answer. How many times do you think that this record, to obtain this record, how many runner-ups are we talking?
So I know for a fact Kane has 2.
Okay, so we're working with 2 for sure.
01 and 2015. But again, I'm not super confident in anything after that. I would assume he maybe had 1 more. So I'm thinking maybe the record's 3. So I'm gonna go with Kane with 3.
All right, my friend. Final answer: Kane.
The big red machine. Damn.
I am sorry, Ro, but that is an incorrect response.
Wow.
You think. Now you drink.
You're right. What's the answer, buddy? You got some numbers next to you?
I do. First of all.
Oh shit, I got you good, you fucker.
The correct answer is none other than our tribal chief.
Wow.
Roman Reigns with 4 Royal Rumble runner-ups in his career.
4, okay.
Which is astonishing, thinking of the fact that he main evented WrestleMania, was the champ going into it so many years in a row now.
Interesting.
So, yes, that is. I do not have Big Show listed here, so I don't know how many he has.
Rankings?
I had Triple H with 3, but I did not see Kane on the list, so I don't know if he has 2, probably.
Damn, yeah, Hunter jumped out to me immediately for a reason, so...
Yes.
Interesting. I'm wondering how the standings do fall there. But Drew, I got that one wrong. We're tied up now, 1-1. That you know what that means?
Uh-oh. Gug. Till the night goes easy.
Oh god damn it! I forgot about
this.
It's
good shit, pal.
Here are your hosts, Ro and Drew.
He's in the AFC Championship right now. You remember
probably winning.
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna take a wild stab at it.
No more rhyming,
business now. I mean it.
Anybody want a peanut?
Anyways, brother, wow. Oh my god.
I can smell that one. That one wafted across.
Man, we're getting toasty for you guys on YouTube. How cool is this? And
It's just so far the fucking sky, you know.
plus you get to see it. How cool is this? This is the episode that blows us up, Drew.
Wow, he said it. He said the thing.
Question 3.
So bang bang skeet skeet.
Now we're not.
What? I cut it before that.
Did you?
You took it
I
off.
threw my headphones before.
It just went
I had to
bang
cut
bang
it out.
skeet skeet.
I had to cut it out.
That's all I
Did
did.
you hear it last episode that I cut it out?
No.
It literally goes bang bang skeet skeet. Look at this.
No, I cut it myself there.
No, yeah, you got to look at that. The first
That's
5
funny.
minutes of the first episode is really funny.
I probably would have been pissed. You're lucky I didn't. I do not like being censored. Right to censor is my least favorite faction of all time.
Dude, let's get into question 3.
Question number 3.
3.
Give me a question outside of 1 or 4 that you would like to hear.
Let's question number 7.
Question number 7. Da-da-da.
This beer tastes like ass.
Number 7. Who has more cumulative Rumble eliminations? Roman Reigns or Randy Orton?
I
30 seconds, players.
oh no, we don't have time limits on this. I don't know what you're doing. So man, this is gosh, where'd you get these questions, Drew?
I write these.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, of course. So I think that obviously Roman is famous for breaking the record for most eliminations in a single Rumble, excuse me. But I'm sorry, man. Like, Roman's first Rumble earliest is what, 2012, 2013?
Mm-hmm.
Randy's been wrestling for 7 years at that point. He's been in 7 more Rumbles. I'm going with Randy Orton. Randy Orton is my final answer. Fuck, I'm not that confident in it, but Randy Orton. That's who I'm choosing.
Final answer, Randy Orton. Mr. Rowe over there.
His name is Lee.
It's getting sticky. All right.
Oh man, that's so funny.
His name is Lee, goddammit.
Dead naming him over there.
Go ahead.
Final answer, Randy Orton. I'm so sorry, Cinco.
Fuck. What?
That is again incorrect.
Is the number close, at least, between the two of them, you know?
The number is close, my friend. So, again, I do this
now.
research. Roman Reigns with 32 eliminations in his career of the Royal Rumble. Randy at 29. Both in the top 10 of cumulative Royal Rumble eliminations.
Well, I hear voices in my head. They capture me. They understand.
Your reasoning made perfect sense. There's no argument there, Ro. You're not wrong with the way you worked that out.
Well, son of a...
You weren't right with what you said. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know.
Keep going off, King. Man, yeah, that's a crazy stat, isn't it?
It's as he said, very crazy to think that, you just talk about cumulative years of a superstar. And it's not like he's the kind of guy who's like a Weasley heel that doesn't eliminate anyone. It's Randy Orton. He's putting people over. But apparently Roman in his lesser... I mean, he does have what? He has a specific Rumble that he eliminates 11 or 12?
That's what I'm saying. He breaks the record
Something
in one
big?
of them. So that's a... Man, I should
That's a big jump.
with that stat.
I thought once you went there, I was like, he's piecing it together that Roman's got a lot.
Man.
Not quite.
That's a great question, though, Drew. Very, very interesting trivia fact.
Thank you.
Well, you know what that means.
Gug. For you, not for me. I can drink my Dr. Pepper with cream. Who wants cream?
For it. Hey.
No? Okay, no cream.
No cream. What a great episode this is going to be.
I award you
Cheers.
no cream. I'll take one too.
So
this is fun.
You're up 2-1.
I am currently in the lead, entering the back half of the 5.
Oh my god! Damn. Drew. All right, let's hear the next.
I shouldn't have drank one with you. Oh, I should have left it alone.
That's a mistake usually I do. If you paid attention in past Thinker Drinks,
You
I
do that.
definitely do the I feel
Like,
bad
I'll just
for
throw
you.
one back with you on that one.
Yeah. Well, let's hope for my sake I get these next couple right, because I need it, Drew. Next question.
All right, next question.
Let me put the glasses on, that's why. Should I put the pen?
Ooh.
Go.
I have no chance now.
All right.
You kind of look like Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman right now. I like
want
it.
to break your glasses.
They're like fucking dollar store, so you do you. Those aren't real.
I look like a Power Ranger.
Pause this motherfucker. Why did we not write yeet on those?
On the glasses.
Yeah, what are we doing? Dude, that's funny. What are we thinking?
Damn, we're leaving this in because that's good shit.
Holy shit.
These are yeet glasses.
That is a dough if I've ever heard one. How do we not do that? My wife has like 6 million colored markers upstairs. I guarantee she has white.
Damn, we're definitely doing that yeet on these.
The bonus Patreon,
And I'm
you'll
leaving
see
it
it.
in for
Yeah,
this
you'll see it
episode.
if you subscribe to the Patreon. That'll be done by the time we do our bonus.
All right. Next question.
Next question, Ro.
Next question.
Two,
2-1 here
I
on
got
you.
Who has spent the most time in Royal Rumbles without winning?
Man. See, with all your questions, I'm expecting a fucking A, da-da-da-da-da, B, Papa Shango, C, Rowdy Piper. Oh, man, most accumulative without winning. 2 names pop into my head here. The first one that pops in my head is Chris Jericho. I know he's been in Rumbles for a very long time, and of course not winning the big one, which I think Jericho would have been a great. Yeah, shout out to your shirt. I think
Stupid idiot.
I think Jericho. I think Jericho would have been a good Rumble winner back in the day. You know.
Are you drunk?
Yeah, back in the day, I agree. Back in the day. Back in the day.
Back in the Disney.
Like way back.
Next name that pops into my head though, Drew, is Miz as well. Also never won a Rumble. Probably snuck in there a while. But I'm just going with my gut. I'm keeping this one a little short. Chris Jericho, I'm pretty confident in this answer. The only other name that, I'm thinking maybe, and your face is throwing me now.
Yada, yada, yada. No,
I feel pretty uncomfortable now because I just thought of another name. Is Kane has been in a lot of Rumbles, deep numbers. Again, an answer I've already done for this questioning, so it would be funny if I answered Kane for multiple questions. But I'm not. I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm going to go with my heart. My lion heart, Chris Jericho.
Yes, points. Yeah, listen.
Sometimes when you're right, you're right.
Yeah.
He said, going with my lion heart. The corazon de leon, as the Ocho would call it. He is not a stupid idiot.
I am not. So, wow, we just tied it up there, Drew, in the 4th question, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Woo! You got any stats with that answer, or is just Jericho you got?
Yeah, I could have some.
I was just curious, not to put you on the spot or anything. I was just sorry.
Sure.
Because I do think a couple of those other 2 names. I think Kane especially is number 2, possibly. Again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this will get cut out. Maybe it doesn't. This is an extra special episode of Look at This, guys. It's going to be extra long.
So Kane's pretty far down this list, actually, which is surprising. Randy Orton is the second most time, but obviously he's won one. So the next up who hasn't won one, has Sheamus won one?
Yeah.
Then it is Kane.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Those are wow. But so you're saying how many names down further is that just with the time?
So to give you a time, Kane has been in Royal Rumbles for 3 hours, 19 minutes, and 40 seconds.
That's a wild stat. Yeah.
While Chris Jericho was in 4 hours, 59 minutes, and 33 seconds of Rumbles.
He had that one real long ass one, and I think in like 2013 or something, he lasted like
I think it was
50
from 3
minutes
or something.
Yeah, he lasted a really long time. I'm curious, since you just have that pulled up, where does Miz fall? The other name I was thinking of.
Not even in the top 20.
Interesting. What's the next name after Kane?
Immediately after is Punk with 3 hours and 9 minutes.
So Punk would be the next answer because he hasn't won one.
Yeah.
Interesting. That makes sense too. Punk has been in Rumbles for a very long time.
Yep.
Drew, I just got to say before you take your shot, great questions, man. I'm always so impressed with your writing ability of these questions. They always make me... They make me have to prove my wrestling knowledge.
That's fair, yeah.
To these fans, you know.
I don't sugarcoat it. You know a lot. So like I could give you multiple choice and you can go over there and pretend like, I could be this, you know, like, I could be that. But
sure.
I don't play with you like that.
Yeah.
Oops.
Great questions though, man. Very good.
Thanks, Zeus.
So that means before you take your shot here, I'll cheers with you here. Real American beer, by the way. I just want to point that out. I bought this for the bit, for the visual aid. Go over to YouTube and subscribe.
It's not that bad.
But
don't buy it.
It's Bush
Buy
Light.
Bush.
Don't buy it. Don't buy it.
Buy Bush.
But we got one more question for Ro over here to answer. What if I just start talking to myself in third person? The Ro has got one more question to answer.
I like it a lot better as the Ro.
But Drew, let's hear this one.
If you had a stable, you could have like a tall guy like Big Cass or, you know, Big Bill, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
He could be the column. You're the row. He's the column. You guys are the chart. I don't like the chart. I'll have to come up with something better than that.
The graph.
I'll sit on that one. The graph's not bad.
The graph is pretty good.
X and Y axis powers.
That's my tag team in my stable.
That's not
you
bad.
know what I mean? Yeah.
I love it.
I like it. Oh, hell yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Let's go, buddy. One more question.
One more time.
Let's see. We're tied up right now.
Stump Row.
Tied up. 2-2.
Oh, yeah. All
2-2.
right. He's right. He's right. It's 2-2.
Usually I don't get this close, so let's see.
All right, Ro. You are going to know any of these,
Really?
I feel like. Which
Just
is fine.
Pick one you're
Yep.
most confident in. I'm not going to get to choose this one.
Most confident in that you'll get it right or wrong?
That I'll get it right. The one you're most confident in that you'll save a drink from. Sorry, I'm not talking on the mic.
I can still hear you. You good.
But yeah. I think that's fair. You let me choose my first 4 questions, so I think it's only fair you choose the last one. What a great episode, guys.
All right,
if you're not subscribed, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're missing out. We got something fun for this next bonus coming up.
Son of a bitch.
I'm actually really excited for it. And usually I'm like, let's get the fuck done.
I gotta pee.
That sucks to be you, man.
Middle name.
Yeah, Drew. I tried to convince him that my middle name was P earlier this week. Which it's not.
I was about to say. Which it's not. That's so funny.
Droopy. Droopy's almost as funny as Drooly.
Droopy's funnier.
Droopy's funnier.
Sorry. All right, guys.
We're on a tangent.
Yes, we are. 5th and final question. Let's hear it, dude.
All right,
We're
my
tied
friend.
up 2-2.
Who were the final 4 of the 2002 Royal Rumble?
Whoa. Okay.
I think you know this, so...
So I know the winner. 2002 Royal Rumble, that's Triple H is the winner. So Triple H is won. Wow, I love this question, Drew. I love it. I wish it was a better year that I was more confident in, because honestly, I don't know shit after Triple H, but I love this question.
I meant to... Okay, I have a caveat if you start to struggle. There you go.
Sure.
Okay.
And you'll let me know. You'll let me know if I'm right or wrong with the names I mentioned, or should I just save like my I know, just, we're keeping kayfabe a little. I know for a fact Triple H has won that Rumble, so I know for a fact that's one of them. For my other 3 answers, when I list them, are you just going to tell me if I'm right or wrong, or should I just list the full 3 and you tell me?
How would you like it, Cinco?
You
want like a scratch them off type of
let's try
culture?
Yeah. Just because I'm genuinely...
Who? Culture kind of question?
Culture. Chelsea Clinton.
Oh. We talking about the culture?
Yeah. 02 Royal Rumble.
02 Royal Rumble Final 4. I consider this a hard question.
It's such a hard one. If I didn't know Hunter won it, yeah, I'd be fucked. I'll put Chris Jericho's name out there. I'll give you my 3 and you tell me how close I am. How about that? Jericho.
Let me add this caveat for you. All 4 of these men are WWE Hall of Famers.
You're saying all 4?
All 4.
Wow, that's such a cool stat. Give me just a second here.
30 seconds, players.
So,
good luck.
Undertaker. Rob Van Dam. Who from that era? Ray's not there yet. Damn. I'm struggling trying to pull this last name.
Got him on the ropes, chat. I got him on the ropes.
Taker, Van Dam, Kane.
Let me just add this. What if I told you that one of them was a return, a legend return that got a hell of a pop?
So I'm trying to... I know for... So can I ask you this so far? Out of the 3 names I mentioned, are any of them correct?
No, they are not.
Wow, really?
No.
Holy shit. Wow, well, I'm definitely getting this fucking one wrong. Godfather was the return.
I thought this was more famous. Than
Godfather was the
in
return.
02?
Am I not right there? Gold Dust. Man, I'm way off with that. I'm locking in those first 3 I gave you. And your hands are giving me nothing, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not quite sure what you're doing.
I'm so offended. Is it not good?
Yeah, I'm lost. Perfect did return. Perfect return. Man, yeah. I botched that one heavy.
I honestly thought you'd have this memorized, if I was being honest. I thought I was in trouble with this one. Didn't realize it would be that tricky. But first things first.
Drop the buzzer, yeah.
That one dunked on Unk over here.
Tough one. But let's hear it, man.
Final 4.
I wasn't close at all. That's crazy to you?
You nailed the winner.
Of course, yeah. The one thing I
The final 4 of the 2002 Royal Rumble was Triple H,
Shawn,
Stone Cold, Kurt Angle and Mr. Perfect, which might be the coolest Final Four I've ever heard of in my life. 2 Kurts. You weren't thinking about Kurtz.
Yes, points, Drew. Excuse me. I'm pouring, so I can't do my drop, but I will after I pour this shot. Yes, points. Very good. Yeah,
Here,
man.
I'm going to even things up for you. Just a nice bonus one because I love you. Who was last year's Iron Man?
That would have been Gunther.
We already... What? Huh? Who? Are you serious?
You're fucking with me.
Last year's Iron Man?
It wasn't Gunther?
Last year's Iron Man?
It's Cody?
You're wearing a goddamn gimmick.
Oh, I didn't know that.
From number 1, him and Jim and Jay.
I didn't know. I swear to God, I didn't know that.
I'm so high right now.
Yeah, interesting. I didn't know that.
Interesting.
So that wasn't... Well, obviously, if Jay lasted longer because he came out 1 or 2. No, interesting. Yeah, I did not know that. Was Gunther the year before then, the Iron Man? But Gunther was in there a long-ass time this year. Interesting. No, I did not know that was
like Jay. Yeah, Jay made it to... Did he make Final Four last year? Or maybe
possibly
5th, at least?
I swear to God, I genuinely did not know that. That's a great fact, though. Good for Jay. Like,
50 minutes and 55 seconds.
Yeah, no, we didn't predict that last year, Iron Man, for that. Well, anyways, I got one wrong. I got to take a shot, so...
I'm in with this one on you. Wow.
Because Drew's a good sport, I'll probably do it the next round as well, but here we go. Oh, God. Woo-wee!
The combo tastes like college.
Well, here we go. The tables turn, Drew. Alrighty. Well, pal, the fucking tables have turned, Drew. I've gotten drunk. You beat me. What?
I'm up right now.
3-2.
Because you suck right now.
That's right. So I got 5 questions that I'm going to ask you. You ready? Are you ready? Oh, yeah.
Let's get it.
Stone Cold won the 2001 Royal Rumble and went on to defeat who at that year's WrestleMania?
Can you give me a number on the WrestleMania? No, just kidding. All right, so I'm gonna do some.
I cannot because that will give it away.
Yeah, I think I know it already, but I want to do a little mental math here. I think that puts us at a little number called X7. Let's see, is that right? 01.
I believe it's next to you, if I'm not mistaken.
24 years ago. We're on WrestleMania 41. It is X7, which I believe that says X7 right there, bro. I think I'm going to lock in The Rock. Shut up, bitch.
You're a winner. Penis in Uranus, The Rock's ass.
Damn, dude, you got that one right. Very good, Drew.
Oh, yeah.
Would you say that one's a pretty easy one?
It took me doing the math. I'll tell you this much. If it wasn't Stone Cold versus The Rock, I probably would have struggled.
2001, is that not X7's year? Does that not automatically pop into your head?
No, I remember them by the X7s and 19s and shit easier. So, yeah, I literally had to do a little quick math of 2025. We're getting WrestleMania 41. So I subtracted.
That is what you were doing, huh?
Yeah, so I subtracted, 14 years on it or whatever.
Yeah, fuck. Well, the answer is The Rock.
The Rock's ass.
14, 24 years. Wow. Wow.
Well, you're one up on me so far, man.
Gug, gug, gug. Booyaka, booyaka.
Ugh.
Chug that shot.
God damn it. Well, I'm going to throw it back here
I'm not gonna throw it back. What am I, an Instagram slut? Nothing on that.
Quite the look. If you want to look at this. Oos.
Next question I have here, Drew. Second question for you in my Think or Drink Royal Stumble edition. What was the location of last year's Royal Rumble event? I have a caveat here as well if you need help.
This year is
Fuck you! I'm not drinking this.
This year is in Indianapolis. This year's Vegas is WrestleMania.
And next year, from my intro, if you're paying attention.
Last year's Mania was in Philly. Last year's Mania was in Philadelphia. Ooh, was the Rumble in Canada? Where was the Rumble last year? Cody won. He put Gunther out last.
This is such an unfair question because I would have no idea, dude.
He put Gunther out. I'm trying to think of any legend returns if they like Mickey James return, but that's not
I get what you
hometown.
Mean. Yeah, right.
Like a hometown vibe.
You're not wrong. Close to thinking of that. But I doubt you'll remember, and it would be in the.
I couldn't tell you where Mickey James was from, so that doesn't help me.
I do have one caveat here that's especially for you if you need it.
I cannot recall where last year's Rumble was, so I'm gonna go with. Oh, no. Last year's Rumble was in Philly, right?
No, Mania.
That was the LA, or that's what I meant. Yeah. The Mania was in Philly. I'll go with LA for the Rumble. Final answer.
The one caveat I'll give you: you have lived in this city.
It wasn't in Tampa. It wasn't. This wasn't St. Pete, was it? Let's see. Definitely wasn't San Diego. Denver? It wasn't in Denver.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was in Cincinnati. It was in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Damn. It wasn't in Hawaii. Where the fuck else have I lived? I mean, with enough people to.
Again, a little bit of a caveat just for you, but
you're fine. It's not helping. Was it in? San Diego?
My friend, I gotta find it again because I'm sorry, but and this, again, I said it earlier, I feel like this is the most unfair question I have here because I would have no idea. I would have been pissed if you asked me this question, quite frankly. So thank you for being such a good sport.
It's a fair question.
The answer is St. Pete in Tropicana Field.
Dang.
St. Petersburg, Florida.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry.
Tropicana, that piece of shit. That was my parking lot. That's where I parked.
Oh yeah, man. I'm
I lived
sorry.
right there on Martin Luther King and 10th for any of our St. Pete listeners down there.
Shout out to you.
I'll see you at Green Bench.
Whoa, okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, again, I'm sorry, Drew, but that means you have to take a shot.
I know things. I can't believe I would forget that. I never remember where things are too.
So
it's one of my
bad
weaknesses.
Yeah, both of
but
us.
St. Pete in Tropicana, legitimately, I could throw a baseball and hit Tropicana from Tropicana Field. I remember it now that you say it, but man, completely blanked me on that one.
Buddy, yeah, I would have blanked for sure. So, and I'll just say that's the toughest question I have. In my books.
The gloves are off, Cinco. I get it.
Hey, I'm down right now. I'm trying to catch up. I think we're officially tied. We're at 1-1 question, and for my round, you're up 1 for yours.
So
that means
that's not even.
Next question. You're right. Next question I have for you, Drew.
Hands
indeed. I guess this question. Whatever. Cut that.
Where's my phone? I want my sound drops.
In the 2012 Royal Rumble, 3 commentators who were ringside was in the Royal Rumble match. Please name me 2 out of the 3 of those commentators.
I think I can do you all 3.
Bonus points for all 3.
I could be wrong. I believe this is a year. Okay, let's get the for sure one out of the way. Michael Cole is in this one. You don't have to say anything, but I know it. So Michael Cole is definitely in that one. I think he eliminates himself. Maybe another commentator does. I want to say... I didn't watch during any of this. I'm very bad on these names. I think Byron Saxton might be in this one. I'm going to write that down and just kind of keep it in my own periphery, which would tell me that the next one after that would probably be Corey. So I don't think King would be in 2012. Is there any chance JR 2012? You like that? I'm just working through it, sicko. Just make it.
I'm trying to sell anything.
Thinking over here. So other commentators that it could possibly be. Who does that include? Am I missing anyone? Wade Barrett's not commenting yet. I don't think. I'm going to go with the big 3 here. Michael Cole. Okay, so I have to pick one, 2 out of 3. So.
And 2 out of 3 is your goal here.
Yep. I'm going to go with Michael Cole and Byron Saxton.
You got a third name you want to throw out?
It's Corey is the third, but those are my 3 that I think it is.
Well, Drew. You got one name right. You want to take a guess on what name you got right?
Cole is right, which means it's King and... Fuck, I mean, is Jesse the Body in this one?
I think you were forgetting a very important commentator who has been commentating a very long time, over 10 years now, just from the date. Is a current commentator as well.
I said Wade. Oh, Book.
So
2012?
The answer, Drew, is of course Michael Cole. You got that right. Jerry the King Lawler.
Damn, King was in that one. Fuck.
And the 5-time champion.
Fuck my ass. What else?
Booker T. All in the same Royal Rumble match. Wow.
Come on, Boogie, let's burn this motherfucker down.
Did just out of curiosity here before we take your shot. Did Booker pop into your head at all?
No.
Really interesting. You thought he was still like working around? I thought that was going to be the other gimme.
I didn't even consider him.
Man, interesting. Yeah, you're pissed about that, huh?
I just assumed that for some reason one of the other like talk boys got in on it since Cole did.
Sure. I don't think Corey was.
So I was ready for Corey to be one, but I was more confident that maybe has Byron Saxton ever been in one? Can you just name that off the top of your head?
No,
never. Okay. Because like Michael
I've
Che
never seen a Byron Saxton
and Colin
match.
Jost were in it.
That was the Andre the Giant battle royal.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay. It feels like a royal. Was it on the Rumble show?
No, it
was that
on
WrestleMania?
Mania,
Okay.
Yeah, the one they did in New York most recently.
I can like picture these things in my head, and yeah, I should have guessed King just because I love a King return. Did he pop up from the desk?
Yes, they all 3 popped up from ringside. If you
wait, Booker was already calling.
Yeah, all 3 of them were calling the match. Again, did I not clarify that?
You're
enough?
fine. No, you said
Sorry.
commentators, and you didn't say they came from the desk that
I did
day.
Say come from ringside.
Okay. Well, either way, I didn't
did
read
say
into that like that. I knew Cole did it, and in my head,
3 commentators were in the Royal Rumble match. I thought I said ringside. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't. I don't have it written down.
I ain't salty.
I meant to make that statement of fact because I thought that would give it a little more prestige. Because of course Booker is a commentator that could be in the Royal. You know what I mean?
Sure. He was like 2 years ago.
But okay, I'm glad.
Nothing wrong with that question at all.
Cool.
Good question.
Glad.
Something that's obtainable but not a easy fact.
Well, just
in my opinion, for a person like me,
just gets harder from here.
I started thinking about this the other day. I heard somebody say something about like whether they know wrestling for real or not. I can't remember what show that was on, but they basically were like, I'm not a mark. I just kind of follow it, and I was like, I think that's where I'm at. I don't know the ins and outs.
Well, Drew, I got a next question for you.
I've got a next answer, and it's going to be right. I'm in a losing streak. We are officially even.
And so, yes, this would be the fourth question.
Yeah. We are 4v4.
Yeah, 3. This is the fourth question coming at you, Drew. Who was the first winner of the inaugural Royal Rumble?
Like first overall, like this has got to be a trick question. Let me think about this real quick.
Who's the first winner of the Royal Rumble match? No trick questions about it.
Hands. There has to be a trick to this. Hold on. The inaugural. One more time. Give me the wording on that. One more time, Cinco.
Who was the winner of the first ever Royal Rumble match?
I don't know if there's a trick on this one. He told me they were getting harder. That's not hard because possibly a top 5 wrestler for Drew as a kid. Carried a 2x4. Smiled like this. He went like he was winking, like the Double Mitt Twins. And he would go, ho! And his name was Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
You're a winner!
It was that. It's that easy.
I was worried. Yeah, that's insanely easy. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Big John Studd. Hulk. Rick.
Don't do this. No.
Lex.
No.
No, Lex and Brett together. Damn it. Who is next? So that's.
You're a winner! I'm pissed now.
So that's WrestleMania. That's
now.
Rumble 6 was them 7.
Shut up, bitch.
That's like 95.
Shut up.
Yokozuna.
Shut up, bitch.
Shawn Michaels.
The Rock's ass.
Shut the fuck up, Drew. You got it right, god damn it. Was it really that fucking easy?
Yeah, dude, I ain't no Mark. That's easy. Everyone loves Hacksaw. If you'd asked me who the second was, I might have scratched my chin a little bit on Big John Studd. I might have.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Yeah, I love Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
As we almost kill off, what would you call this, Drew? What is this?
That's
device?
a decanter.
That is a decanter that I'm missing some of the pores. It's kind of a hard pour.
We do work on this is for y'all. We would, if we weren't doing video, we have such a big, we have this awesome desk. It's kind of like Kennedy's, except no one fucks on it. And we face each other. It's made out of solid birch. Got secret drawers in it and shit. It's got like a Costanza hole where you can sneak down and take a nap.
Well, we would have
this is for y'all.
We would have the bottle represented here, but we're trying just to protect our only product venture, which is, as of right now, that's going to be the one, the only. Drew's got it. I'm dying. The Real American Beer. Holy shit. Brought to you by the Look at This podcast.
It's ass. No, I'm just kidding. It's not.
I'm not drinking any more of it.
It's not that
I'm
bad.
not
I'll
opening
drink them.
another one.
I will absolutely drink.
But anyways, let's get in to Drew.
It's the final question.
That is right. We got one more question here. And I'm telling you, you pulled out the hard one. The last question, right?
Oh, I pulled it out. He took it out.
I'm not a pervert.
Hulk Hogan.
Bam, bam, bam. To all you maniacs out there.
Hulk Hogan was the first person to win back-to-back Royal Rumble matches. Drew, what were those years that he won back-to-back Rumbles?
I could name the first 10. I can win the first 10 Rumble winners. This is bullshit. Okay, let's work it from the top here.
I'm not taking a shot this one, baby.
All right, folks. Here's the easiest way to figure this one out. Are you guys ready?
Is
Ric
that the
Flair.
notebook I threw to you? It's just open to the answer right now?
I don't think so.
I know.
If I could read that anyway.
But just how funny would that be? Literally, I
just
threw my
reading it.
notebook and it just right to the answer right in front of you. It's like, oh, well, it's this. But anyways, Drew. Yeah.
Here's the easiest way to remember this one,
I'm
folks.
a real American.
If you guys are real wrestling fans who know who's won Royal Rumbles, this is the easiest cheat code, kind of like a my very something mother. Obviously, I don't know that, but the easiest.
Mommy
what are those
named
called?
Rhea choked out a bitch named Liv.
Yeah, what are those called? Like those numeric devices that we
What
use?
are those called? A panadromic, something sort of like that, right?
I'm not sure. Whatever they're called.
I don't know either.
It's not exactly that.
This
but
is think or drink, ladies and
this
gentlemen.
is the easiest way I have to remember this particular fact. So
Sure.
I hope I'm not wrong, because that happens sometimes where you just misremember things. Ric Flair, with a tear in his eye, won in 1992. He was the 5th winner of a Royal Rumble, but the 4th technical off numbers because, like he said, he won 2 different ones. So if Ric Flair wins in 92 and Hulk is right before that with a 2-piece, that sounds like Hacksaw probably won it in 88. Big Jim Duggan won it in 89. Hulk's going to win it in 90 and 91. And then Rick wins. And that's the way the news goes, ladies and gentlemen. Hulk Hogan, 1990 and 1991, first back-to-back winner, which there have been 4 of. Him, Cody, Shawn, and Stone Cold. Wait, is that right? I don't know about that fact. I might have just made that one up. But final answer, 1990 and 1991. I'll take my points, please. That's how you do it, Cinco. That's how you do it, Cinco. 1992, Ric Flair.
That's so impressive, Drew. If I'm being 100% honest with you, that's the most impressive wrestling trivia
He's
I've seen
turned on
from
right now.
you.
He's got a chub. He's chubbing up.
Shut up, bitch.
Holy Christ. You're 100% right.
Yeah. After Rick goes...
That's my co-host, ladies and gentlemen.
Is Yokozuna 93? No.
Who cares? Who cares?
I used to have this like that. Who cares? I worked on it after last year.
Wow, Drew. I'm going to give you the first ever look at this standing ovation. Again, if you're not over at the YouTube channel, please check us out for this standing
Poo-poo
ovation.
on you. It's just me, Oos. Day one
You
ish.
should put on the glasses. You deserve the Yeet glasses.
4 back-to-back winners in the history of the Rumble. You got them?
4
4
back to back.
Yep.
Austin, Hogan, Cody, and there hasn't been a 4th back-to-back winner. You're making shit up. Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Drew, you
Never been a three-peat
let's,
yet.
Let's just be honest here. I'm gonna do my Gunther impression. Let's just be honest, Drew. You schooled me in that Think or Drink Royal Stumble edition. I think that's safe to say. You took the mark to Mark school. And that's why Drew
That's
is
what I
the
do, baby.
Look at this Think or Drink champion. Why don't you grab a belt from behind you? Huh? Why don't you do it? Grab whatever one you want. Do it. Just grab it. Fuck it. Just grab it. Fuck up it. Just do it. Drew, that was amazing.
I don't hold titles like the Rhodes family.
No, we don't. And I got one more
Split them
shot.
shits
We got one more
proudly.
shot kind of in this. I'm going to take that for, Drew getting that one right as the final question.
Why not?
Cheers as
Look at
always.
this.
Look at this volume, whatever.
I think this is 6.
Volume 6, I think.
Shout out X-Pac.
Make some noise! Yeah, man. Drew, you're the Think or Drink champion. Why don't you cut a promo to take us out before I hit us with plugs? How about that?
Oh, hell yeah. Look here, brother.
Here,
To all
here.
the MAGA maniacs.
Hold this in front of your face while you do it. Just so we can get the sponsorship. Please put it in front of your face.
Let me tell you something, brother. To all you MAGA maniacs out there trying to get tariffs passed while we can't even get our asses unchapped.
Ooh.
To all y'all out there hating on color when you can't even get the color of this beer right. I would rather own Dale Dot. I would rather be a liar like The Rock than a patriot because he's a crock
Damn.
of sheep.
Whoa.
Now I gotta say,
Cut that. Wow, man. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get us into the plugs,
bro, give me a promo.
before we lose any more viewers.
Bro, give me a promo rating on WWE 2K. 1 out of 5. Go ahead, player.
We lost some fans.
Go ahead.
For sure.
We definitely. That was a waste of a segment.
Yeah. Maybe that'll get cut out. Who knows?
That definitely should. Let me practice something here. Let me think.
Here, save it. I'll do plugs and then I'll throw it to you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us on this very special edition of Look at This. It's one of our favorite pay-per-views of the year, every single year of the Royal Rumble, so we're glad to bring some fun to that, as in the Think or Drink Royal Stumble edition. As always, if you're not joining us, whether that be on Apple or Spotify, please make sure that you are subscribed/following to us. It really helps us out. And while you're over there, go ahead and leave us a 5-star review. Of course, that shows out to all the other people that are coming into us for the first time, and we really appreciate it.
Shit really helps, y'all.
And please go over to YouTube. That's lookatthispod.com on the YouTubes. You'll recognize our familiar faces from that thumbnail. Please make sure you're subscribed to that as well. We got full video available over there. Also on Spotify, guys. So if you're a Spotify member, you're enjoying our lovely faces. If not, make sure you're going to YouTube. That's where we're really trying to grow this thing, guys. So make sure you go over to YouTube. That's Look at This Pod. Make sure you're subscribed, like, review, comment. Tell us what we did right. Tell us what we did wrong. What do you think of our Royal Rumble predictions? Do you think we're right with that? Do you agree with us that we, it's super up in the air this year? It's one of the most packed Rumbles in the past probably 10 or 15 years. So if you're joining us for the first time because wrestling's hot, then hey, we thank you for joining us. And of course, if you want to directly support this podcast, you go ahead and go over to Patreon at Look at This Pod. That's where you can become a direct member. That's like you become our bosses. You're a producer. You're our Kevin Feige. Only $2 a month. That's all we're asking. You get bonus behind the scenes content. We're actually getting ready to record a behind the scenes bonus episode right after this. So please join us over there for that. Again, only $2 a month. That's all we're asking. It keeps the lights on over here, and it it keeps us happy. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you join the army from the brick layer up. We thank you guys so much. I'm going to pass it to my homie now, my co-host, Drew. Drew, is there anything you want to say to these lovely people before we get up on out of here?
Nah, not really. Real American beer? You gotta yeet me.
Yeet!
More like...
Do it again.
I got something to say, Oos.
Oos. So.
That was good.
Keep going.
That's really...
Do it again. Do it from the beginning.
I got something to say, Oos.
So.
Real American beer?
So.
Oh,
shit.
Oh, wait.
Yeet. Sorry. I get it from the top.
Got something for you, Oos.
So.
Real American beer?
Ear. Yeet. Yeet.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another fine episode of Look at This, brought to you by Real American Beer. Psych! It's brought to you from the big So,
yeet.
And you know how we keep it over here. Yeet!
Yeet!
Until next time, Sadate and racists, go away.
Sadate.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Absolutely.
You like that, baby? Let him know where I came from, yeah!
Let's look at this.